Welcome to Suladan Plays Can't Run Away 2. Brought to us by the same mind that brought us Can't Run Away 1. Or just Can't Run Away because it didn't have a 1 in front of it, but it's an implied 1. If you think about it, every first game in a series has a hidden 1 in its title that you just don't see. In any case, you are a guard inside a lab where a dangerous experiment has now escaped. You must go into each sector and find the keycard to lock the doors behind you, but beware, the escaped creatures lurking in the now dark lab sectors. Use the arrow keys to move around, find keycards to continue, and survive! Okay. Boink. How do I... You're doing the secret... Okay, well, I could have just read it here, apparently. You're doing security for a secret lab. The scientists are creating some sort of creature. But one night it escapes. Power is out, but not gone. Power is down, but not gone. You're right, I can't say out there, because it's not out, it's just down. You must leave this place before it finds and consumes you as well. Go through each sector and find the keycard to continue to the next. Doing so locks the doors behind you. But that might not keep it at bay. Can you escape, or you become prey? Can I use the WASD, or do I have to arrow keys? I have to arrow keys, okay. I'm a roving computer terminal. Okay. Room 1. What does the keycard look like? Where is the creature? What does the creature look like? These are all questions that may or may not be answered. I don't know. I may have broke it. Oh, I see. 1 second. So the the dark overlay is probably a big rectangular image, so when I go far enough off screen, it goes off screen with me. Am I supposed to go through that door up there, maybe? Because it doesn't tell me, you know, any buttons to push to interact. Let's try this door. Nope. Yes. Okay. We were just supposed to go through the door. I think I done found a bug right off the bat. I can just do this and go, oh, look, keycard. There's a resistance there. The game doesn't want me to go out of bounds, but it's letting me, so that's slightly concerning. The bouncing off of stuff, I don't know how I feel about that because you get caught on corners. I mean, I guess you're just in that much of a panicked run that it makes sense. It's also eerily silent. There does not seem to be any sound at all, in fact. How many rooms are there, by the way? I don't know. Oh, hi. I don't approve of you. Horrifying creature that looked like it's made of meat and shaped like a me. Yes, I know. Hey! You died. Try again. Don't you dare send me back to the first level. Oh, why do I expect anything different? That's what the first game did. Okay. Gonna probably suggest not doing that. Depending on the length of the game. I'm not a huge fan of start over when you die, generally, depending on the, in most games. I mean, yeah, there are some exceptions, like, you know, your general arcade games, because they were built around that concept. Mainly because they were built around the concept of you having to put money in them. But hopefully we don't return to that era. Software as a service. What? I didn't say anything. Anyway... Fascinating so far. And there... Oh, I can get a good look at you. You are a shape covered in eyes. Oh dear, and it roams when it doesn't have sight of me. That's delightful. That's not delightful at all, because it's horrifying. The door is down there, though. I can see some remnants of the AI from the previous one, and that fascinates me. And my, you know, the wheels are spinning in my mind trying to figure out just what to say there. I like that it's been built into a plot. I'm fascinated there. I just... The way its AI moves looks like you could easily get yourself into a position where it's blocking the exit, but you have no way to lure it away from the exit, but you have no way to know where it is unless it's within your line of sight, which if you can see it, it can see you, and it falls kind of into the same trap that the first game fell into, where you can create that sort of situation. I'm curious, is the game designed with the intention of you memorizing the layout of the area through trial and error, or otherwise, like, I know I can do this and go, okay, there's the door, there's the creature, but that's a little bit cheaty. We already knew where the creature was anyway. I didn't know where the door was, but how does one does just not go that direction? But see, then the question becomes, how do you... Oh, that's the overlay I'm saying. How do you, how do you navigate around and find the ID card without accidentally, getting McGubbins chasing after you? Well, where is he? Yes, I'm going to call him McGubbins. Why? I don't know. I just know I'm going to pick the wrong path. It's doing a good job at creating tension. I don't like. I don't know where the door is. Oh, there's the door. It's doing a good job at me not knowing which floors the creature is actually on. It seems some floors he's not. And then other floors he is. Of course, the layout of the maze does, affect whether you can or can't put him in a given floor. He could be down below me or he could be above me. Either, you say. Indeed. Fascinating. Hooray! I'm gonna dance around this ending screen. It's definitely an improvement over the previous incarnation, and I like that it actually, it does have a story and a plot, and it's not just you and a bunch of things bouncing around in a maze. One suggestion might be to, I've magnified it a bit to make it fit on the video screen. It's actually, somewhat of a tiny ClickTeam Fusion 2.5 HTML5 template thingum in a browser window. I would probably recommend making, if you made the window larger, there's a lot more that you can do on screen. But on the other hand, it does make you feel a little smaller. So, I don't know. I feel like the mazes themselves being basically one screen each is limiting the creative freedom that you have to work with. But if you expand the size of the maze, you then run into the fact that there are some limitations to what you can do to interact with the entity as a whole. Because, for instance, where I got it aggravated and it just started bouncing around, well, it bounced around right at the door where... As a player, what do? Do I stand somewhere and just wait and hope that RNG does what I need it to? One thing that it reminds me of slightly is a game on Steam. Well, I'm sure it's elsewhere, but it's on Steam called Dark Echo, where you can't see, but you can visualize sound. The entire game is played blind, basically, where all you see is sound waves. And there are times where a creature is in the way of the path that you need, so you can pick up a rock and throw it, and the creature will follow the noise, and then you've got to sneak by. In situations like that, where you can play with light and dark, if you're going to have darkness be such a heavy emphasis within the maze, there does need to be a way to kind of radar ping, see where things are with some, even if it's not, I would, it couldn't be perfectly accurate, but it's like, key cards that way, or even if it's just, monster that way. But that would only work with larger mazes and with mechanics built around it to back it up. So I don't know. Anyway, I like this. This is a fascinating expansion on the original game, and it's, it shows that it has grown. I'm intrigued. I would like to see more. I mean, if you want to make more. I'm not saying you have to make more. There's never an obligation to make more. That leads to creative burnout. I mean, there's a lot of things that can lead to creative burnout, but feeling obligated to make sequels to something because people like it can, There's a reason Sakurai keeps wanting Smash to be over with, and people keep making more. Anyway, there are so many things I could ramble about. There's a reason it takes so much to keep the hands on the wheel. There's a lot of trains of thought going on, and a lot of weird metaphors that don't always make sense, but they made sense before I said them. And when I said them, they instantly ceased to make sense. But this has been Suladan Plays Can't Run Away 2, made by Outer Space... Yes, Outer Space Game Studios. I keep wanting to shorten it and say Outer Space Studios, but it's Outer Space Game Studios. I'm bad with names. I've said that a lot before, and it's still true. But thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next game.